Makasih Pak Tamam.
Southeast China. A powerful ocean storm roared in from the sea, hitting the coast with fierce winds, pounding rain, and dangerous surges. Streets in coastal cities quickly turned into rivers, with cars half submerged and storefronts boarded up against the downpour. Fishing harbors scrambled to pull boats ashore as waves slammed against seawalls. Across Fujian and Guangdong, local authorities moved fast. Boats were ordered back to port, and people in flood-prone villages were moved to safer shelters inland. Sandbags were piled high around subway entrances, hospitals, and power stations. Inland areas braced for rivers to swell as runoff from the coast surged downstream, threatening neighborhoods already soaked from earlier rains. Once the storm made landfall, the danger shifted from wind to water. Downpours hammered city streets, overwhelming drains and flooding underpasses. Road closures cut off access to some districts, and crews rushed to clear mud and debris from blocked culverts. In industrial zones, warehouses took on water, halting production and delaying shipments. Airports and train lines felt the strain. Dozens of flights were canceled, leaving travelers stranded as high winds and poor visibility grounded planes. Rail services slowed or stopped along routes vulnerable to landslides, with freight and passenger traffic backed up for hours. Perishable goods and urgent cargo were given priority once movement was possible again. Ports and shipping yards faced their own challenges. Cranes worked under strict wind limits, slowing the unloading of containers. Coastal highways saw spray and seawater wash over barriers, forcing detours and temporary closures. In fishing villages, nets and cages were pulled ashore to prevent damage, though some aquaculture pens still took heavy hits from debris-filled waves. City crews kept a close watch on hillsides and drainage systems. In older neighborhoods, residents built makeshift barriers to keep floodwater out of shops. Schools, clinics, and small businesses stayed closed as cleanup teams pumped out flooded areas and cleared blocked storm drains. Waste collection trucks made repeated rounds to remove debris left by the surge. Farther south, Hong Kong issued its highest rainstorm warning. Underpasses flooded within minutes, Low-lying housing blocks saw water seep into courtyards, and public services were halted. Courts postponed hearings, schools shut their gates, and transport networks ran reduced schedules. Shops and markets took a hit as supplies were delayed or spoiled. Tourist spots along the waterfront shut down boardwalks and piers. Factories in major export hubs paused production, with deliveries missed as trucks navigated around submerged routes.
卖菜的都倒过我这边来了，看来。
Even inland, the storm's reach was felt. Rain bands swept over mountains, swelling rivers and loosening slopes. Small rural roads were eroded or blocked by slides, and some farmland suffered crop losses from standing water. In aquaculture areas, ponds had to be flushed to prevent contamination from runoff. By the time the winds eased, the damage was clear. Streets were waterlogged, transport schedules in disarray, and cleanup teams stretched thin. From pumping out underground garages to inspecting hillsides for stability, the recovery effort was already in full swing. The storm showed once again how even after losing strength, such systems can still unleash massive flooding, disrupt infrastructure, and grind daily life to a halt. Even as skies cleared, the region's recovery was far from over. Streets had to be repaired, transit schedules rebuilt, and supply chains brought back into sync. The storm left behind a reminder that, in this part of China, the greatest threat often comes not from the wind, but from the water that follows it. That Thanks for watching Severe Weather, where we break down the facts behind nature's most intense moments. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe. Your support keeps this channel going. Hit the bell so you never miss a real, calm, and clear report. Note, some footage in this video may be used for illustration and may not show the exact event described. See you in the next one. Stay informed, stay safe.